So yeah, YouTube, going ahead and getting into the build, we're gonna put 20 points into the blue tree, 26 into the red tree, and 4 points into the green tree. You can kind of see here when we're going down the red tree, we do have 5 points into Discombobulate to increase our critical chance by 25%. We then go ahead, Titanium Knuckles. This is melee damage and skill damage, double dipping. Yeah. We go across, we're going to put 5 in the Wheel of the Storm for status effect damage as well as duration. And then we're going to go ahead and put 3 points into Gut Punch. Melee damage and ordinance damage now have a chance to apply weakness. Weakness makes enemies deal less damage, makes them take more damage. We can see it lasts for 8 seconds. The melee damage bonus is 60. The ordnance damage bonus is 30, or it's a 30% chance to apply weakness. We come down here into the Berserk tree. We're going to have 9 points from our class mod into Berserk. When Amon activates his Forge skill, will become Berserk for duration, gaining immunity to slow, bonus cryo damage with melee as well as guns. And then we go ahead and put 3 points into There Is Only Red kill skill. Whenever Amon kills an enemy while Berserk is active, partially restores Berserk's duration and increases bonus cryo damage, right? Then we go on to the green tree. 4 points into critical damage. Crit hit chance and crit damage are kind of, like peanut butter and jelly. You want both of them. Simple. When we go ahead and get to the blue tree, we're going to put 5 points into Wrath of Nature. Amon gains increased status effect application chance and effectiveness with cryo. That is good. We want that. After that, we go ahead and we put 5 points into Eternal. This gives us increased action skill duration. Also gun swap. After that, we go down to the next row and we put 5 points into Ancient Ways. This is going to give us an increase of cryo damage by 30%, as well as when we go across here, we get access to Warrior's Cup. Whenever Amon uses a rep kit while his action skill is active, it'll partially restore and fill up part of the bar, making it insane. Now, our Forge skill is actually Firewall. Press and hold button to deploy a firewall, which absorbs enemy projectiles and grants friendly projectiles increased damage and speed. Absorbed damage is converted into Vengeance if Scourge is active, which increases the damage of Scourge. And enemies near Firewall will take incendiary damage. So they run up on you, they start taking burn damage. That's good. We like that. With Amon's Scourge action skill, he actually gets the ability to equip a frontal Spartan shield, which absorbs all damage, turning it into Vengeance. Whenever the Vengeance meter is filled, Forge Shield provides damage reduction instead. Forge Wave deals cryo damage, consuming Vengeance to increase damage. It also pierces and hits multiple enemies with each swing. However, when we come down here to our Eternal Winter Augment, we see that Forge Waves now partially restore action skill duration as well as Firewall duration on damaging enemies and can be activated 3 times in succession. So you get a little 3-piece combo with, that's what that means. You get a little 3-piece swing combo. And y'all saw at the beginning just how OP this is. We were fighting a vault boss, just sitting up against the wall, and we had infinite ability. What y'all didn't see is that I actually popped my rep kit to fill half that bar back up. So with this build, you are able to do a ton of melee / cryo damage because you have infinite ability with this build. let us go ahead and get into the gear. Now, my data got corrupted, but a lot of y'all know right here you're gonna want the knife, the crit knife. You know it. Everyone knows it, right? You probably have it at this point. People have been mass duping and handing it out because people are trying to make people pay $30 for it. You got me fucked up. After that, this isn't the best shiny war paint. I would like a damage buff on it, like a melee slash elemental damage buff on it, which you can get both of those when you use the rep kit. You get a melee and elemental buff at the same time. But we have chrome on use grants us a fire rate and movement speed buff 30% in both categories and reduces the rep kit cooldown by a whole 2 seconds when damage is taken. That's each time damage is taken. So you can just run around. Never mind that you have a frontal shield. When you're swinging, the shield gets put down. You can just run around and swing. Swing, swing, swing. Pop your shiny war paint. You get part of your ability back. You get healed. You get movement speed. You get damage reduction. And then you get rep kit cooldown for 2 seconds each time you take damage. Just rapidly stacking. The class mod, and I believe there's a couple class mods, we'll go over that in a minute, that could work with this build. We're using the Frenzied Shatter Weight, which makes it to where Forge Waves now deal melee damage in addition to their other types. Melee attacks while Scourge is active gain increased cryo efficiency and radius. On ours, we have bonus to cryo damage and crit hit chance. I do wish we had something else there, like melee damage, melee crit hit chance, something. But the perks aren't too bad on it, right? 4 points in Berserk. The other one is, once again, lost all my stuff. But there's a class mod which turns a bunch of Amon's abilities into straight fire. And Forge Waves are one of those abilities, so maybe you're facing a lot of flesh, you know, make a fire Forge Wave build. You can do the same path, and then the class mod is going to make all that cryo damage into fire damage. And it's pretty OP and pretty nice to know that Amon has options. Mainly because I've been seeing a lot of people say Amon is weak, he's not strong, he needs to be buffed. He definitely does not need to be buffed. Y'all just seen him. Massive damage is not the only way to be OP. You can, be invincible. You can have unlimited abilities. There's more than just mad amounts of damage to be OP, which, we uploaded a damage Amon build. We have more Amon builds on the channel, weirdly enough, than any other character, and I'm a Siren main. For our shield, you want something that works, something that gives you damage buffs like melee. The armor segments give you melee damage whenever an armor segment is broken, so you probably want something like that. Um, you know, and then this doesn't really matter because we're not using guns, so it doesn't really matter. Other than that, we're just using a smashing bond, a first impression, chance to critically hit based on target's health percentage. We got the Rainbow Vomit with a spread launcher on it with cryo, incendiary, and radiation. And we also have the Peeled Gorging Prince Harming. Pamplemouth hitting enemies deals damage to you and grants a stack of cruelty, which on kill restores overshield per stack for a maximum of 30 stacks. Pretty good, I guess, pretty good. So, that is going to be the Eternal Calamity build. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hit that subscribe if you thought this build helped you, and peace out.